Hello everybody, it's Girl Got Game, and welcome to another Gander episode. Today we are checking out the visual novel, What is Love? Baby, don't hurt me. Sorry, I felt the need to sing because this menu is very quiet, but you can move around. Look at that. Okay, so what is Love? You may be wondering at this point. Love is a game. Pretty good one, actually. Full of pretty girls with dark secrets and everything you ever wanted. Love is in the air and you can breathe deeply. And do other stuff. Deeply. But have in mind that your actions matter, so baby, don't hurt me. That is the description for What is Love. This has been developed and published by Baka Dog. And yeah, they reached out to me and asked if I would like to cover their game, and were very kind to offer me a Steam key, so keep that in mind as I go through this. But yeah, as you can see, we've got some pretty ladies on our menu with some interesting shards in their personalities. Don't know what this is going to mean for us, but let's jump in and see what we're getting into, eh? I'm sure it'll be grand. There we go. Okay, now I can fiddle with options, because I didn't know how loud this was going to be. Alright, let's give that a try. You are starting a new chapter in your life. Okay. The game knows who I am. Your name is Molly. So I can't actually change my name. It's gonna let me. I have to be Molly. Molly the guy. I think I'm a guy in this anyway. Alright. Molly McButter. There you go. That's who I am. Oh. Wait, my name is McButter. Was this game trolling me like, we know who you are. You can pick a name, but we know who you are. Oh well, let the story of McButter ride into the sunset. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Alright, your name is McButter. After many months of quarrels, mutual grief, and reproach, your parents finally parted their paths. You now live in a new city, go to a new school, reside in a new home. New. Is that a new life? You wonder. You only hope this brand new life will be better than your last one. You arrived at the doorstep. Moving all your stuff to a new place which your mother rented, it's even harder when this place is looking so bad. It is so poor that at the very thought that you will be living here, you want to sign up for Mars missions. Oh man, that's gotta be pretty bad for me. Space terrifies me. Well, I know Dad was the one making all the money, so I understand that's all Mom could afford. I know it is hard for her too, but the standard of the apartment, it's so basic. It's cute though. And we've got the home screen for What is Love on our computer, so I mean, like, what more could you want than that? Your room is small but not cozy at all. We'll get to decorating then. Even your own futon doesn't make it less unfriendly. You feel disappointed, yet you understand everything. You try your best not to be critical. At least you have your computer. Otherwise, you would go crazy in here. Maybe I'll just tell people it's austere Scandinavian style, and that's what I like. People. The idea of having friends and inviting them here is so surreal. Loneliness is a very familiar feeling to you. Is there a chance that everything will change now? That your problem will be explaining to people why bare walls and empty cabinets are extravagant minimalism and not poverty? After the weekend, I will be a student in a new school. A transfer kid. Pain in the ass. You moved out of Tokyo to the suburban town. You have some contact with your mates. Were they your real friends at all? In your old school, you weren't one of the cool kids, not even slightly popular one.
Now I am the boy from the capital city.
I am the boy.
Maybe after all it will be a good fresh start. Maybe it's my chance to start everything over.
Maybe. You slowly take the boxes from the moving company truck. You brought the heavy things first, and now you can only carry light things. When you pick up another box, you see the shadow of a waving person. Wow! Such animated. Hello, cutie. You turn curiously. A lovely, sweet girl smiles at you.
Oh, let me help you.
She shouts. Her voice is as sweet as her face. She comes up to you briskly and without batting an eye picks up one of the boxes and carries it.
I know your mom. I heard about her. She was helping out my grandmother before she moved to Tokyo.
She utters the word Tokyo with particular anointing.
How was Tokyo? Was it loud? A lot of people live there, right? Of course a lot. It's the largest city in Japan, but is it really that crowded?
You found yourself in a charming question fire. She doesn't expect any real answer whatsoever. Also, my music is too loud again. Hold on a second. Ah, good. Excellent. Okay, maybe a little too quiet now. Eek. There we go. You smile back at her and you continue to carry boxes together leisurely.
Yay! It has to be so amazing to live in Tokyo, right? All these awesome places to go. You probably had quite a life after school, didn't you?
You did not. Yes, you have happened to go out with someone, but it's hard to call it an interesting social life.
Here is not much going on, but I know some pretty nice off-the-trail places. It's actually not that bad. It's not Tokyo, of course, but we have beautiful parks and I think it is more peaceful here.
You realize you haven't said anything yet. You feel the urge to introduce yourself.
I'm McButter.
You said that a bit louder than you wanted. She laughs instantly and looks at you with those puppy eyes. Ano, ito.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I'm Miyu. It is really nice to meet you, McButter. What an odd name. On Monday, I will introduce you to some people in the school. Everyone here is so nice and friendly. I know almost everyone in school, and they are just amazing. Helpful, but also very cool and funny.
She continues to describe people in school in a very flattering way, constantly emphasize how great everyone is.
She seems really nice. Too nice, I would say.
She went on and on about all the amazing people in the school, but, well, you don't believe it is that way.
There is no way anyone is that friendly.
I don't care how cute she is when she says it.
Yep, she is the one. Every school has this happy, always in a good mood, smiling at everyone girl who tries her best to be friends with everyone.
She is a perfect example of this kind of behavior.
Well, I guess it's not bad to have her as my neighbor. She lives in the house next door, after all. Despite her weirdly specific, but okay mindset, she is actually cute.
The last box was brought to your new home. With her help, moving all the stuff went very quickly. You feel relieved that the girl next door is such a lovely one.
Thank you for your help, Miyu.
She smiles again, or maybe she never stopped. You are not sure.
No problem. See you later.
Well, this could be the beginning of an interesting adventure. You walk down the school hall, holding your timetable tightly. Talking students slowly go into classrooms. This is a very nice hallway for a school.
I suppose I should be on a history class right now.
In a distance, you see a tall woman with long brown hair and a ponytail, wearing white shirt and fitted pencil skirt. Oh, hello, Teach. She's definitely a teacher. She directs pupils to classes with grace and confidence. Although she doesn't look like young junior sensei, but an experienced one, she radiates youth, I guess? She is certain of her action, managing the group of students professionally with exceptional commitment.
Okay, this woman knows for sure where I need to go. It's a good idea to head to her.
Your eyes meet. Time stops. You are looking at each other for a second, and you seem to notice that she is worrying about something. Maybe she has some kind of anxiety, but as soon as you started to think about it, she was strong back again. Confidently, she is giving you a gesture to come closer.
You must be the new transfer student, am I right?
Yes, that's right. And, I think I'm lost, you said quickly.
Well, this is exactly where you need to be. I will be your sensei. Try to get along with the class and everything will be just fine. Everyone here is friendly and they learn well.
Everyone keeps saying everyone's friendly. It makes me very suspicious.
She looked at the students entering the room with pride, and then she silenced her voice slightly as she got closer to you.
Or at least they are trying.
She smiled knowingly, then stepped back and straightened her skirt with a flat movement of her hand.
Excuse me, what was your name again?
Oh yes, McButter.
My name is Sensei Asami. If you need anything, don't hesitate to go to teacher's room. I'm here to help you in any way you want. I try to be here for all my students, so if there's anything troubling, just feel free to ask for my help.
She smiles gently while maintaining a professional distance. You can't help feeling that she was stressed and worried about something while speaking to you. On the other hand, she was really nice and truly cares about her students. She left you and slowly walks through a corridor. Before she disappeared in your eyes, she looks back and gave you a glance. There is definitely something off, but I have no idea what it is exactly. Or maybe it's just an impression. Ooh, such beautiful lighting in here. Exploring the new school is quite challenging. So many unfamiliar corridors and unknown classrooms. Not even mentioning the people, yet you feel thrilled and excited. You have checked the set earlier, and the first lesson you take is math. When you finally manage to find the right classroom in the maze of corridors, you enter inside full of positive energy and hope. Unexpectedly, however, you witness an unusual situation. A few girls, definitely the gossip ones, mock some boy. Oh, that poor boy, this is sad. Wasn't everyone here supposed to be nice? He is clearly not handling it well. The rest of the class doesn't seem to care, but Miyu... She went full-blown as she tries to mediate the conflict. You feel this is not going to end well.
Please. Girls, he was only trying to be nice to you. There is no need for such words.
Stop putting your nose in other people's matters. You are just a crazy bitch. Trying to be nice all the time. No one really likes you. They just use you.
You can see that this particular insult really hurt her. You feel bad for her, but you don't want to interrupt. You are a new kid, after all.
It's not true. Everybody likes me. I got a lot of friends.
She sounds downcast. Her eyes went from happy and joyful to gloomy and dark in a few seconds. I think I found my Sayori.
Aw, I just wanted to help.
Oh, you want to help? So keep your filthy friend away from us.
She pointed to a boy they were all mocking before. You have no idea what happened here, but you suppose he just wanted to talk to these girls. Maybe being a bit too flirty. The boy clearly wasn't their type.
Ah! He is not my friend!
So you admit you don't have any friends?
It struck her. Her face changed in an instant, simultaneously trying to explain herself and somehow remain reliable.
That's not what I meant.
Gossip girls start laughing. They knew they won this round. They took their seats calmly, smiling significantly and glancing at each other. Miyu left the class. You want to believe she handled that well, but subconsciously you know that it's not the truth. Oof, poor Miyu. You are standing in the school hallway, still trying to figure out who's who in the school hierarchy. Your attention is drawn to a group of girls observing people with judgmental looks. One of the girls surreptitiously points her finger towards the sensei Asumi, and they all burst out laughing. They're definitely gossipers. Man, everybody's a gossip. You feel that it is worth talking to them. Their knowledge about the school can help you out. You can also learn something about Sensei Asumi weird behavior. One of the girls is looking in your direction, brushing her hair back with her hand and whispering something to the others.
I wonder what they are talking about. Probably that I'm new here. Yeah, that's right, I'm new here. They're definitely just waiting to find out about me so I can take advantage of it.
They smile at each other meaningfully and look in your direction. You wait for something to happen. Maybe you hope that they will come and talk themselves, but it is not happening. Finally, bored with waiting, you decide to approach them yourself. Once they see you approaching, they go reticent. One of the girls poke the other with her elbow. She speaks up.
So, McButter from Tokyo, am I right? How do they know it?
You are a bit surprised, but they are gossipers after all, so you find it amusing and disturbing at the same time.
Yes, I am the famous McButter from Tokyo.
The one and only. They start giggling. One of them, however, wasn't laughing. Instead, she was looking at you from toes to head. You realize how pretty she is.
Is she checking me out?
You wonder, but you don't have time to overthink it as one of the girls speaks again.
You're famous McButter from now on. So, why did you move here? What happened in Tokyo?
That was straightforward and a bit blunt. You don't want to talk about it, especially with this kind of girl. Your emotions, however, were rightly read by one of them, the one who checked you a moment ago. She gently nudged her friend, and her attitude immediately changed. She continues in a different, more friendly tone.
Do you enjoy school so far? Do you like Sensei Asumi?
Girls exchange knowing glances.
School is just... school. Nothing special.
They somehow were impressed by your nonchalance. Little did they know you were just truthful. You don't attach importance to the school.
Oh. Well, we were just talking about Sensei Asumi and her dating life. Or maybe I should say lack of dating life.
She chuckled. You are a bit confused. You don't know what that is supposed to mean. Sensei Asumi appeared to be a strong, confident woman, and she was simply beautiful. I also think she's one of the roots, if I'm not mistaken.
Can you elaborate?
Let's leave that for later. It's not like we are going to give you secrets for free. Specifically, if we are talking about some juicy secrets. Famous McButter, you give us something, and then we'll give you something.
The way she said that creeps you out. You're not sure if you want to get anything from her, whatever she meant. I'm out. The bell rang loudly in the school hallway. The lessons are over. Most students leave the classroom in a rush, saying goodbye to their classmates just in time for the last bus. Some of them talk with each other while moving towards the exit. Oh, this light is so pretty. You left class tired. You are glad that this is the end of classes for today. You only dream of sitting at the computer in your room and starting some new anime. Ah, the dream life. Your attention is drawn to a beautiful girl leaving one of the classrooms. Oh, so pretty. You know her as one of the gossip girls. Pretty one. You can see that she is also walking towards the exit door, so she will have to pass by you. You haven't seen her yet. You would have known if you had seen her before, because you can't help feeling that you are dealing with an unprecedented beauty. You slow down your step. Even though there's not even a speck of wind in school, her long blonde hair seems to be waving frivolously. She walks the corridor with grace and charm, as if she were shining, and around her there was an aura of sensuality. Finally, she gets closer to you. You smell her, because that's not creepy at all. Usually, you can never recognize smells so well. You know well that smell is not your strong suit. This time, however, you feel it clearly. Peach. Girl noticed you being a creep and stopped. You instinctively stop too. Other students bypass you going around. She is carefully watching you like she would want to analyze everything. Her gaze penetrates you. Suddenly, without a word, with contempt and her head held high, she just walks away. You stand for moments confused. I mean, you smelled a girl you never said boo to before, and she was offended. I think it's pretty straightforward. Eventually, you go to the exit, and you see that the stunning girl is getting into the limo with the chauffeur.
Who is she?
I don't know why I said chauffeur. But it's stuck now. It's early morning. Narrow daylights illuminate the classroom full of people. An insistent sunbeam warms your cheek. You raise your palm as if you would like to cover your face from the sun. You squint your eyes to see everyone clearly. The teacher is not here yet, so the room is quite noisy. People talk, laugh, exchange notes for history class. Then you hear someone yelling. Pretty strong female voice. You look around to see where the sound is coming from, and there she is. What a cute little girl! Who is she yelling at? Oh, the Gossip Girls. That is interesting. They don't seem to be as confident as usual right now. One of these girls looks actually terrified. How is she doing that? How does such a small body have so much courage to not be pushed around here? For a split second, your eyes meet. Damn, she's actually pretty. Her hair looked like a storm of icicles falling down her back, gently touching her cold face. There was something purple in them, like a manifestation of lavender? Violet flower, anyway. You're not very good at colors. She continued her tirade towards the frightened girls. It's impressive. Without a doubt, she is confident and powerful, but also so adorable. She looked at you again. You instinctively look away, as if she can sense with just her glance that she inspires both respect and fear. Even a curiosity. You know it's better you don't start on the wrong foot with her. Oh, here she comes! She left the girls, or actually, they rather escaped from her. She looks terrifying while approaching you. You feel that you would like her to stop and have a talk with you, but at the same time you feel a mix of being scared and excited. However, she did not even blink at you. She just passed without even looking at you. Well, she is definitely cold, but damn, she is unusually beautiful. Like a cold ice princess. I was gonna say, are we gonna be like, she's an ice princess? Yep. Whoa, madame! Whoa! Well, that's not distracting at all. Your attention was quickly grabbed by Sensei Asumi. Oh my, the way she bended over her desk, it beyond. You wonder what could you do if you just were standing behind her? No. Fluffy? I don't think I've ever heard breasts described as fluffy before, but I guess there's a first time for everything. Those fluffy breasts you can almost see as they are pouring out from her bra, indeed. The classroom is worth being here every second, you decided. I will never be late again. You won't skip classrooms with Sensei Asumi. No, sir. You probably spend way too much time eating her alive. You probably ain't the only one, and she probably knows it. She knows how much attention she gets from the high school boys. Oh, yes, she knows, and still she does it. You wonder, would she actually want to do something with one of her students? Did she notice? Did she just wink at me? Oh my, such a shame. She did. She is having fun here, for sure. For real. Class is ending soon. Too soon. You already imagine the next one with Sensei Asumi. Until we meet again, my love. You decided to join a school club. Your older friend, whom you met on holidays, always said that school clubs are the best way to make friends, or at least meet some interesting people. You also need an activity for lonely afternoons. You sure you don't want to spend those lonely afternoons with Sensei Asumi? When you saw that one of the clubs was an astronomy and science club, you knew that this was your place. You've always been drawn to all the magical stories written in the stars. Not even mention that the members go on nice trips to watch the sky outside the city. You came to the first meeting excited and hopeful. Your emotions soared even higher when you find out that the cold ice princess is one of the students sitting in the classroom. What is she doing here? And is that a smile? Yes, she is smiling. There is something special in her smile. Her shining eyes, her joy. It hits you strongly. It was like if all of her cold and ice just melted in a second. She smiled. You definitely want to hang around her now. You spend the whole meeting listening to the club president talking about the creation of the Milky Way. It was quite interesting, actually. In other circumstances, you would be thrilled, but all your emotions were focused on Sunako. You were unable to get close to her. She kept her distance, like a proper ice princess. Except this one time she smiled, she seemed cold and consecrated at the lecture. Consecrated? When everyone left and only you and the club president left in the class, you decided to ask whether the cold princess is a member here.
Excuse me. I am a new member here, and, well, I have a question.
Oh, you're super cute.
What is it? You can ask me anything.
She answers in a pleasant voice. You wonder whether or not to ask for something else for a moment. But then you take a deep breath and ask quickly.
This girl with purple hair. Cold Ice Princess. Is she a member?
Before you realize how silly that sounds, she laughs kindly.
I understand your interest, but I don't have good news for you. She is a member.
Why would that be bad news?
For now. No one knows for how long, but I wouldn't have my hopes high.
Oh.
This girl is changing clubs all the time. At first she is very inquiring, and she gets along with everyone, but then... The Cold Ice Princess. It is a good nickname, you know.
You blush, but she just laughed cheerfully. There is nothing mean in her behavior.
You know, maybe she just gets bored with people, and she doesn't need to pretend anymore that she likes us. Or she might just be that way. All of the club's presidents have their own theories. She is one of a kind.
The last lesson is with Sensei Asumi. Students sit at their desks, listening intently and meticulously taking notes. The classroom seems extremely cramped to you, probably because the sun is slowly going down. Through the windows, you can see the golden leaves of the nearby trees. You want to get out of here now. You feel that you are not the only one. Whenever you look at Sensei Asumi, she gets out of her confidence role and a professional mask she wears in class drops. Although you just met her, you feel that there's definitely some story behind it.
I feel like some weird thing is going on between us, but I know there is none.
Yeah, unless we're stuck in some kind of time loop thing where, like, some characters are aware of it and are like, when is he going to remember that he's in a time loop with us?
What the hell? Is it just my imagination?
You are bored and tired after all day at school. You repetitively tap your pen on the desk. Once more, you look her in the eyes, and she instantly looks away and acts awkwardly.
That's it. What is happening here? I could try to figure it out by staring at her and pushing her to the limits. But wouldn't I go too far? Maybe I should just leave her be and avoid getting too much direct eye contact?
Ooh. Well, we got hearts and demon. Alright, Sensei, spill. I want some answers. Almost a whole class, you try to make as much direct eye contact as you can. You are watching her, staring at her. At first, she's a bit uneasy, but remains as professional as possible. After a while, however, she starts to get really stressed. Her behavior changes noticeably. The confidence mask is gone. At the end of the lesson, she was losing it. Pleasant and helpful Sensei Asumi has been replaced by a nervous and concerned one. She wasn't answering her pupils with support. She was dismissing their questions. You watch her closely. Is that a trickle of sweat on her forehead? The bell rings. Break time started. She hastily said goodbye to the students and left the classrooms quickly.
What was that about? Should I follow her? Does it not exceed certain limits?
Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Time to get my first bad ending, probably. You try to look like you are just marching through the school corridors. You are walking at a rather slow pace while trying not to lose sight of her. The Sensei Asumi's step is quick, nervous. Every now and then she turns back, but you manage to avoid her gaze by blending in perfectly with the surroundings of other students. After all, you are all dressed the same. You can see she is heading for the school's roof.
Why would she go there? Okay, I need to check it.
You stand on the stairs, hiding in the shade. Then, slowly step by step, you move higher to see her better. Sensei Asumi, however, is standing very close to the door, leaning against the wall. You are looking around. Ooh. Very pretty. The sunset looks beautiful. All the colors in the sky create a unique atmosphere. Perhaps you just came here to look at the view. It's lovely here. Then you hear a voice. You focus your sight and strain your hearing. You can see a phone in her hand held by her ear. You try your best to understand what she is talking about, but unfortunately the noise from the outside makes the words blurry. You catch a phrase that makes you feel dizzy.
He knows.
She quickly turns around. You are pressing your whole body against the wall, trying to stay in the shadow. She starts going down. You hold your breath. She passed you. You barely made it. He knows. Okay. You were lucky. She did not notice you. Or at least she made you think that. Well, after that bit of weirdness, Saturday is one of your favorite days of the week for a reason. Segue. You can play video games, watch some anime, and laze around, so you often wait for Saturday with longing. Today, however, is an exceptionally sunny day. You look through the window from your room and see that even the leaves don't move in the wind. You leave the apartment satisfied.
A walk will do me good. I will get to know the neighborhood and get some fresh air.
The warm air hits you. Before you start your walk, you hear a soft humming sound. The cute figure in the dungarees immediately grabs your attention. It's Miyu bustling outside. You decide to come over and talk. Yesterday you witnessed her getting into discussions with gossip girls, and it definitely did not go well. Dang gossip girls. The girls laughed and insulted her, and Miyu left the class. You are concerned that she will be depressed and distressed today, that she needs a conversation. Although you are not so familiar with this type of comforting stuff, it is your neighbor. So you change your plans from a carefree walk to talking to her without hesitation.
Hi. How are you?
You ask cautiously. She, however, looks joyful and happy. She doesn't seem to be worried about anything, literally as if yesterday's situation did not happen at all. You see exactly the same girl who helped you move. Excited and cheerful Miyu.
Yay! Oh, it's so nice to see you. I feel great. The sun is so nice today.
What? She is not sad or anything. How come?
Yay! So, how do you like the school? It is amazing, isn't it?
Amazing? Amazing? Girl, you got offended by some gossip girls. Why is your attitude the same?
You wonder. You are staring at her, trying to guess any of her hidden emotions, but she looks and sounds honest.
The school is fine, I guess.
You try to be careful, choose the words with caution, but from the look on her face, you conclude that this is pointless. She actually is happy.
Just fine. It's super cool in there. Did you sign at any clubs? Did you make any new friends? The people there are so nice, right?
You feel confused, yet you understand. She just is this way. She is lively, helpful, and caring. And the way she speaks, it's kind of her thing. Although you are a bit worried. It's definitely not natural, even if that sounds honest. You feel curiosity. Something in her life has happened, and maybe even continues, making her try to hide her true emotions. The wall she has built around herself seems to be tight. She won't let anyone get to her authentic self easily. Or is it the real she? You don't know, but you feel that you want to get to know her better. There is something about her joyful, childish laughter that makes you irresistible.
Yeah, I like the new school.
Yay! That is so awesome! We will be schoolmates and neighbors. Isn't that great?
She smiles broadly. You are ready to answer, but just behind her in her house window, you notice something. The room is dark, but there was someone taking a glance from behind a curtain.
I could swear that someone is watching us.
You stare at the window, hypnotized. Miu looked back to check what you saw. Her face changed for a second. You don't quite know how. What were the emotions she felt? She turns to you and back with her full of happiness voice says,
All right, good talk. I'm going to head home to do some stuff.
She smiles again and with a brisk step goes to the house. Before she enters, she waves at you adorably. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. It's a new day, promising morning. You are walking slowly towards school. It is nice outside, warm with a slight breeze. When you pass the gate, you see a soccer field. Oh, hello, ladies. One of the players' icy hair immediately attracts your attention, glittering in the sun and moving frivolously in the wind.
It's Sunako. She looks lovely in an exercise uniform. Damn, those girls playing soccer look really hot.
I mean, you're right. You don't want to stare for too long, so you decide to move on. However, you look in her direction involuntarily. It seems she is making new friends from the soccer club. Once more, you can see her stunning smile. And it's really hard to ignore that she is so dainty when she smiles. You remind yourself of what the president of the Astronomy and Science Club said earlier. Doesn't she get attached to people? Is she really moving from club to club, not caring about anyone?
But her smile looks so honest. Could she just fake it?
She was quite cold to everyone later in the astronomy club. And the way she treated those gossip girls was awful. They were truly terrified of her. Girls finished warming up and started playing a game. You decided to stop for a moment and watch. One of the girls immediately passed the ball to Sunako. With a smile and charm, she ran with the ball efficiently, avoiding the opposing team. Then passed it to another player. She seems to be getting along pretty good with these soccer girls.
She cannot be an awful person. No way.
More and more people stopped by the field to watch the game. You look around and you see the gossip girls staring at Sunako. They seem to be judging her. They talk for a moment and then split in different directions. One of them, however, stayed. The one with short jet-colored hair. You feel that this is the opportunity to get some information out of her if you just smile. On the other hand, you've heard before how she relates to people. Are you sure that interacting with it is worth it? Sure, we'll give her the best McButter smile. The McButter special, if you will. She noticed that immediately. Clearly, she is in need of some attention. Hello, cutie.
Hi, famous McButter. How are you?
Good. Pretty good. And you? I've just seen you talking with your friends who were quite moved about something. What was that about?
She hesitates for a moment, not sure if you are trustworthy. You notice she is considering whether to tell you. You look into her eyes with a big smile. Yes, this is not nice play, but girls do it all the time to use boys they are not interested in, so why shouldn't you? I mean, all's fair, right? There is no harm in it. Chubby girl. Well, that's just rude, isn't it?
Oh, you know, we just realized that there was another club taken by our cold princess.
So I am not the only one calling her Cold Princess. Well, I guess the nickname is more than accurate.
I don't think she cares about any people. We've seen her in quite a few clubs already. At first always joking around and laughing, but then cold and indifferent.
She looked at you knowingly, and you did not remain passive, nodding in agreement.
I wonder what happened to her that she is.
What do you mean?
Well, nothing happens without a reason.
Her voice changed as if she was speaking excitedly and this topic would bring her joy.
Such a cold. It probably comes from somewhere, like bad experience in the past.
Oh, yes? And why are you such a gossip? Such an awful, mean girl.
I mean, she's not that. She is a gossip, but I wouldn't take it as like, you're so mean. You want to say it out loud, but you give up. You don't need a drama right after transferring to a new school. You stand still for a while and finally go to school for lessons. I'm so sorry, random gossip lady. Lunch break. You are happy to go to the canteen to eat what your mother has packed in bento. Steamed rice, tamagoyagi, pickles, and some veggies. Your stomach rumbles.
Oh, so hungry today.
You open the canteen door. It's full of students chatting and eating. The tables are set at a safe distance from each other so that they can easily move around the room. Large panoramic windows let a lot of light into the room, which creates a friendly atmosphere. You look for a place to sit. You look around and you notice one of the tables is taken by very pretty girls. You assume these are so-called popular girls. They are talking, laughing, and eating. The way they sit and talk reminds you of American cheerleaders.
These girls definitely run the school.
You couldn't help yourself but stare at the girl with long blonde hair. You've seen her before. You remember that moment, the smell of peaches. She walked through the corridor like a star, left school and gracefully yet so casually she got into a limo.
She is gorgeous. I wonder if the resemblance to a cheerleader is accurate and she is a mean, cocky girl.
You move along. The table behind these girls has just got vacant. You walk slowly without taking your eyes off the beautiful girl. She, however, doesn't even look your way. When you are quite close, you can see her accidentally drop the banana to the floor a bit clumsily. You hurry over to pick it up. You pass her a banana with the proud expression of a knight. She looks at you sheepishly. You stand with a banana outstretched and wait for her to take it from you. This, however, is not happening. I mean, there's only one correct option here.
Your banana, my lady.
She looks at you startled and confused.
Are you retarded or something? I will not eat anything that you touched.
Rude. This angle. Her friend started to laugh. She smiled victoriously.
What a rude hag! What did I expect from a popular girl? Should I teach her a lesson?
Don't throw the banana at her. Just take it. You look at her small, bitter face, her annoyed but still stunning blue eyes. You put the banana in your pocket and started to walk away.
Ah!
Ah!
Hey, what are you doing?
You look back and smile at her.
You didn't want it, so I'll take it.
You walk away and hear girls giggling. You feel good. And you got a free banana. So all things are looking up for McButter. The lessons that day passed exceptionally quickly. After the last class, you packed your backpack and happily left school. You put the headphones over your ears and look forward to coming home. You walk leisurely towards your home, a few students walking past you chatting. You don't hear their voices. You want the music to completely fill your mind.
Ah, the situation in the canteen. I don't think I played it well.
You wonder, but you try to put those thoughts aside and replace them with music. It works. You lose yourself in the songs you listen to. You don't pay attention to the surroundings. The way home is quite easy, but that's the charm of living in a suburb. While living in Tokyo, you had to go home by subway. It took much more time, and the crowded subway cars made the daily travel arduous. More than once, you were late somewhere because you preferred to queue for the next subway. And since being late is obviously very badly received, most of the time you left too early. You were sitting alone in the school corridor waiting for your friends to show up. Those times are over. Now you just don't have friends. Nailed it. Sweat. Here, your home is only a 20-minute walk away. You are satisfied with it. You have some kind of physical activity. Suddenly, you feel someone's touch on your shoulder. You turn around and you see a little pink-haired girl who is clearly talking to you. You take your headphones off. Hello again, Miyu.
And then I knew it was you, McButter.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear what you said before. I got my headphones on.
Hi. Oh, of course you didn't. Silly me. So, I was going back home, watching birds flying around the trees, and then I saw a boy who looked exactly like my neighbor, so I thought, maybe it is my neighbor. So I quickened my pace, and I saw the side of your face, and then I knew it was you, McButter.
She sounds so cheerful and excited, it touches you. With her hand, she tucks a strand of hair that falls awkwardly behind the ear. She looks at you with big blue eyes, waiting for your response.
Yeah, that's me. You smile at her.
Yay! Oh, it's so nice. We will come back from school together. And we can talk. Is there anything you would like to talk about, McButter?
I think I'm good with them gossip ladies. You tell me about yourself, girl.
Let's talk about something you want to talk.
Oh, there are so many things I want to talk about. Like all the school stuff and clubs and everything.
She sounds excited. Her honest smile is disarming. You feel good around her.
I've just joined the Soup Kitchen Volunteer Club.
Huh? What's that?
So we learn to cook and deliver the food we make to a food bank for free, and they will feed the people who need it.
That's cool.
Sure it is. The food bank operates all nearby towns, so all the people in a worse financial situation or just hungry can get some.
She smiles pleasantly and continues to talk about how great it is to help other people. You see a lot of warmth in her heart, but at the same time, there is some little inexplicable note of anxiety in your mind that this distant selflessness can be harmful to her. Maybe like I've experienced it before. The day is extremely cloudy. Dark clouds slowly moving across the sky create a melancholy atmosphere. Could it be what is the word I'm looking for? An omen. Could it be an omen of things to come? The wind is not cold or blistering, yet it is intrusive enough to throw leaves off the trees on the way to school. You stroll towards the school building, counting that it won't rain. You see a little pebble on the sidewalk, and you instinctively kick it. You continue to walk, kicking the pebble from time to time, not thinking about school life or anything else. You take a big leg swing, trying to kick it as far as possible. The rock flies with tremendous speed, bouncing along the sidewalk. You look around to see where it fell. But when you look up, something else catches your attention. You are witnessing a rather unusual situation. From one of the cars parked near, the schoolboy and man get out. The boy's father? The boy is going to school briskly, while the man is waiting for a minute. You see Sensei Asumi heading in his direction, but when she sees him, she immediately starts acting weird. She quickened her pace, looking away like she would like to remain unnoticed.
That's odd,
you think? You stopped and tried to understand what was happening. Sensei Asumi is trying to get to school as fast as possible, while the man is looking around like he seeks her precisely. She's sneaking between students seamlessly, like a seahorse navigating among coral reef trying to escape its predator. That is very specific. Despite this, however, he eventually noticed her. He waves at her and calls her name. Finally, she stops and resigns. They talk for a while, but Sensei Asumi keeps looking around as if she wants to go. You get the impression that he is trying to grab her hand, but she immediately moves away and speedily goes towards the school.
What was that about? Do they know each other? Is there any relation between those two? Damn, Sensei Asumi is more mysterious than I thought.
Eventually, you continue to walk towards school, unsure of what you've just seen. Curiouser and curiouser. The day passes quietly. As lunchtime approaches, you wonder where else you can go to get to know the school and its students better. You exit the classroom with joy and happiness. Everything is going just right. Then in a hallway, you see her sitting alone on a bench. She is not eating anything, just sitting there moving her legs back and forth. This is my chance. I'll give it a shot. You sit next to her. Her cold stare and icy vibe she is sending is paralyzing. Although you find it very hard to speak to someone like her, you manage to say something.
Hello there. I'm the new transfer student. I think I've seen you before in the Science and Astrology Club.
She looks at you a bit surprised, as she wouldn't actually believe you decided to speak up. She smiles at you with this lovely smile you desperately wanted to see again.
Oh, hello. So, how do you like it here?
I really enjoy my time here so far.
You answer enthusiastically.
Aren't you bored with the lessons?
Of course they bore me.
That's what I thought.
She answers with a knowing smile. You feel like you have an ordinary girl in front of you, maybe a bit rebellious, but she's a teenager after all. Somewhere her cold disappears, and there is a sense of sympathy in its place.
Most of the lessons here are boring. The teachers are trying very hard because this high school is supposed to be better than others in the area.
I didn't know that.
Really?
She was slightly surprised. When her eyes sparkled in disbelief, you looked closely at their color. A beautiful sea color, which in its coldness could hide all underwater creatures. At the same time, however, now her gaze reflects the warmth that you miss so much. A simple conversation, contact with someone normal. How enjoyable! Indeed.
Really?
You continue.
I don't know much about the area.
There is nothing interesting here. This high school is the only reason people want to move here with their families.
Despite talking only about some random school stuff, you are certain that you are getting along. You decide to sit a bit closer. You're more informal. You feel that all the opinions were misleading. She is a lovely, nice person. Only a sarcastic joke that she casually throws at you reminds you that people call her Cold Princess. That you have called her Cold Ice Princess, but no more. She smiles a lot and you see a warm place at the bottom of her heart.
How could I see this kind girl as a blunt, inert, or even mean person, when she's definitely just a regular, friendly chick?
Just your regular, friendly chick. You are getting more and more comfortable with her and you sit even closer. You feel confident about it. You might have a friend in this new school.
Or they move here because of a factory. I mean, it's a workplace with many jobs for people.
She cleared her throat.
Ahem.
Yeah, I understand. I actually moved here because...
You start talking, but you can see that she is not listening to you. She has run off somewhere in her mind. You keep talking, even though you can see that something is wrong. And then she snaps.
Have you ever realized that your face looks exactly like the face of an orc?
Well, now I know.
What? An orc? I never thought of myself as a good-looking, handsome model, but I am fine.
Thank you very much.
I'm not similar to an orc. What do orcs even look like?
Seneca, with a dead serious voice, continues.
It's not that bad, actually. I mean, yeah, you have the face of an orc, but we live in magnificent times. There are widely available plastic surgeries, so not everything is lost.
That girl! Such small, lovely lips, yet such a big mouth! The sudden insult after having so nice talk is actually quite painful.
I did not expect that coming. I should have listened to others. Maybe she is a cold princess after all.
Maybe she even is a bitch, being all friendly at first and then hits you when you at least expect it. But damn, she's so beautiful and her smile is somehow magical. If she smiles, she could call me whatever she wants. You didn't have time to answer her insults. She gets up and walks to one of the classrooms.
I need to get to class. Consider this operation, face of an orc.
Dang.
Bye!
You sit alone for a moment and then pick up your phone. You Google orcs. You are sure you do not look like them, but still, you feel annoyed enough to think about this insult more than you should. I mean, a cute small lady's like, you look like an orc, so I can understand why you're kind of thinking about it like, do I though? The lesson passes pleasantly. You like biology. Learning about cell cycle and mitosis is kind of boring, but you are still quite invested in the subject. Truth be told, you have already known most of the material, as you already had it in Tokyo.
Separating replicated chromosomes. Yes, that's easy.
You take notes at ease. Not worrying about not understanding the processed material is a good feeling. You wonder what you would like to eat for dinner when suddenly you hear a knocking on the classroom doors. The teacher commands to come in, and you see a few students behind the door. You easily recognize one of them. Blonde cheerleader alike girl you've already met in the canteen. It's the girl you stole the banana from. Is it stealing when she's like, I don't want it? Breathtaking, beautiful girl. You instantly try to hide behind other students. You don't want her to notice you. Lucky for you, the classroom is full of people, and the guy sitting right in front of you is quite tall, so you manage to shrink yourself.
As you all know, I am the school president.
She began her speech.
Of course she is the school president. Royal girl, head of gossipers, who else could she be?
Exactly a month from now, the student council will organize a cherry blossom festival.
The sounds of joy filled the class.
Similar to last year, it will be a dance with spring-themed decoration, and of course a lot of cherries.
Who are you taking to the dance? A guy next to you asked another student.
So it is this kind of dance. I don't know many people here, but it's in a month. I hope I will get closer to some girl, or I can go alone. We'll see.
Okay, so that's probably the climax, eh? The cherry dance. Okay. Cherry blossom dance, I guess I should say.
So, if any of you would like to help with decor and set the scene, report to me.
She said, then pushed her hair back with a light movement of her hand. She smiled just as dignified.
That is all. We will provide more information soon. Thank you for your time.
She politely bowed to the teacher and left the classroom with other school council members. It's late evening. You are sitting at the desk with the lamp on and additional light shining on you from the computer screen. You watch funny cats and memes on the internet. You just came across a video of a cat trying to steal pizza slice from the table. You are laughing. Quiet, stress-free evenings are a nice change. Until recently, at this time of day, your father was returning from work, and an hour-long argument began which you had to listen to despite wearing headphones. Life in Tokyo was completely different, and even though you are still not used to living in the suburbs, you feel it was a good decision. Not yours, of course, but your parents', but oh well, it all turned out fine for everyone.
It's good to be here. Living in a big city had its advantages, but I can finally breathe here. It's different than I thought it would be. It's kind of pleasing.
Another short video and another cat, this time sneaking around the apartment to jump on a sleeping dog. You feel at peace. Even though you haven't fully implemented your school life yet, you don't worry too much about it.
All these girls. They are beautiful and disturbing at the same time. The situation with Sunako today. Do I really look like this? The face of an orc? Nonsense. And this beauty who turned out to be the school president. Crap. Back then, in the canteen, I could have reacted better. I don't know.
Thinking makes you feel stuffy, so you go to the window to get some fresh air. Through your window, you can see your neighbor's house. You are about to open your window when you see a figure moving around Miyu's backyard. It's dark, so you only see a little outline. You are not entirely sure if the character is small or it's just an illusion. You look at your watch. It's 9:37 p.m.
Maybe it's a thief. I guess I should react.
Slightly nervous, you bring your face closer to the window until you feel the cold glass at the tip of your nose. You can clearly see that someone is there.
It's late. No one normal is moving in the garden at this hour. Strange thing. It looks like he's just walking around.
Suddenly, you see that the figure sits down on a bench in the backyard. You are watching it closely. You're not sure, but you think it's a woman.
Why would some weird woman sit in Miyu's garden? That's it! I'm going down! I need to check it closely.
I don't even get the option. The decision to take a closer look at the situation is neither rational nor sensible, as long as you're aware of that. You know that, but you still leave your apartment in a hurry, just slipping your shoes on. Definitely won't be murdered. The evening is chilly, and you immediately wish you had taken your jacket. However, you don't want to back down. You are trying to walk as quickly and as quietly as possible, simultaneously. When you come to a place where you can see Miyu's garden, you hide around the corner so you won't be noticed. You reach into your pants pocket for the phone in case the police need to be called. The pocket is empty.
Ah, I forgot my smartphone. I must have left it on the bed. Too bad.
I mean, you could just go back and get it, but sure. You feel your heart beating faster. You are scared of what you may see. Terrible thoughts are racing in your head. You move a bit to see the garden. There is nobody there. It's completely empty. The lights in Miyu's house are off. It's absolutely quiet on the street. If not for the street lamps, darkness would envelop the entire neighborhood.
Weird. I could have sworn I saw someone there. Yes, there was definitely someone there. Maybe it was just Miyu. But what was she doing so late in the dark in the garden?
I mean, so many good questions, really. All right. Well, guys, that is about an hour I've done now, and I have really, really enjoyed this. The art and music are just gorgeous. I especially love the lighting and all of the artwork. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There's definitely some weirdness going on, like he knows and the game knowing my name and stuff is like very sussy McSusserson, really. So, yeah, I've only just scratched like a pinky nail scratch into what this game is. But color me intrigued for sure. The translation is not the greatest, but it's clear enough that you can figure out what is being said. So that's not too bad. I'm definitely kind of invested in this story. I'd like to pick it up again. But I think that I'm gonna have to stop it there for now. Hopefully I can come back and check out more of this. But in the meantime, guys, if you would like to check out this game for yourself, it is on Steam right now. It came out at the end of September last month. So yeah, I will leave a link to it in the description below, and you can check it out for yourself if you'd like to see where this story is going to go with all these interesting ladies. Yeah, and otherwise, thank you, Baka Dog, for the key and introducing me to this. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And thank you guys for watching me. I hope you enjoyed this. Alrighty, until next time, guys, I will see you later.